Hi, it's Jane here from craftwithjayne.co.uk and thanks for joining me today. Today I am joining my lovely fellow demonstrators in the Stamp Around the UK video hop or vlog hop, and the theme for this month is silver, vellum and white. So I have incorporated the three things within this project. I've got my vellum here and it's actually got some white print on it. I've used silver just here and here, and actually this is from the silver card foil pack as well, and some silver there, and obviously some white. So I have stuck as close as I can to the brief. I've made this really cute little vellum gift bag with this lovely tag, and you can see it's quite generous. You can fit some cute sweets in here. Some silver sweets would be probably ideal, wouldn't they, really? So something like you can get in America, I think you can get something called Hershey's Kisses, is it? Little chocolates that come in silver packages, and you can definitely get some sort of mint chocolates in silver packages here in the UK as well. So you could fill your little treat bag up with these. I've chosen for this project to use a stamp set and some of the dies from the Perched in a Tree stamp set, and I know that these dies were added to the celebration dies for the last couple of weeks, so quite a lot of people that didn't already have them may have bought them now. And I've used the 2-leaf dies, which I love. Look at them, how great are they? They're just fabulous, aren't they? So I've used those for this project, and I've also used the sentiment from the stamp set, which says "Your kindness warms my heart," which I just thought was super sweet. So this is today's project, so I hope you enjoy. Okay, so I've got my piece of vellum, which is again white, sort of clear vellum, and you can see it's got the scripty print underneath it. It is directional, so I do need to check which direction it's in. I mean, this one's less noticeable, but the one that I used on my original project, which was the typeface, like newspaper print, was much more noticeable. So you just double check, make sure you're happy, you think it's the right way round, and judging by the letters, I think this is the bottom. This measures 10.5 inches by 6, so you should be able to get 2 out of your pack. And the vellum that I have used for this is this beautiful vellum here, which is called Vellum Layering Designs. And I'm going to score the bottom. Now, when you're scoring vellum, it's super sensitive. So if you score it too lightly, it does not yield very well. It does not bend. But if you score it too hard, you will actually rip the vellum. So I'm just gonna put very mild pressure, but I will do it a few times. And what I'm looking for is for some color change. You can see just there, so there's some colour change just there, so I'm relatively happy that that will fold where I want it to. So I'm going to do this again on the 10.5 inch side, and I'm going to score it to start with at 3. So I'm going to put mild pressure, but I'm going to repeat the process a good maybe 6 times, 7 times. There you go. And I'm happy with that. And then I'm going to move along to 5 inches, and I will again go through the same process. So my bag is going to be 3 inches by 4. So I do need to extend my arm just here, so bear with me. So next I need to score it at the 8 inch. There we go. And again, just gentle, but quite a few times to allow that pressure to build up to create that fold for me. And then lastly, I'm going to score it at 10, and then that gives me 1/2 inch to use for my gluing. Again, I'm going to a few times, and there you go. So next I'm going to get out my scissors, and I'm actually going to do some of my cutting. So I'm going to cut up here. This will be the bottom of the bag, and I'm just going to mite it in there a little bit. Oops. And then I'm going to cut up here, and I'm going to mite this then. This will be one of the tabs along the bottom, and it's a bit too long, so I do need to trim it as well, because I don't want it overlapping when I fold it. when I do my folds. Okay, so I'll do the same here. So I'm going to cut up this one, and then I'm going to mite it in just here, and I'm going to cut up this one just like this. Lovely. And I'm going to mite it in, and then I'll take a tiny bit off the bottom of here again, just like that. Okay, so I didn't quite snip that way I needed to snip. Lovely. Okay, so I'm not sure if you can see this very well, but that is the outline of the box, or bag, sorry, just there. So now I'm going to fold these up along that school line that I've created. And I'm not using a bone folder on purpose because it, like I said, it's very easy to tear this vellum. So I'm just doing this, like this, and then just like that. Lovely. Okay, I'll bend it all back down, and then I'm going to take this little tab in, and then I'll just go along each of these just like this, following my school lines. Like that. Okay, so I'm going to get out my Stampin' seal, and I'm going to just put a little line of this along the edge just there, you can see, and I will fold this in and fold this just like that, meet them up and press down. And I will show you that it is not terribly noticeable when you make the bag. Okay, so I'm now going to pop a little bit of, I'm going to find out where my back is. So this is the back of the bag. So I'm going to turn it like this and just pop a little bit of the seal along the sides, Stampin' seal along the sides, so that it holds my tabs into place when I put the first bit down. So I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to seal that and that, and just gently press it. And I'll use my bone folder for this, but really to just press the inside in. Lovely. And then I'm going to do the same on here. So I'm going to go across the end here, I'm going to go across the bottom and then up the sides, and I will then make sure that I put the base on of the bag. I keep calling it a box, don't I? Sorry. Just like that. Press it down. I'll go back inside with my bone folder. Just like that. Lovely. And there is the base of the bag. So next I'm going to bring these two edges in, and I'm just going to pinch them. There we go. I'm just going to pinch, 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 and then I'm just going to gently manipulate the sides of the bags so that they fold quite nicely. And then I'm going to use two little clips. So I've got one just here, and I will just grab the second one. I'm just going to hold this into place and pop it to the side. So this is just doing a little bit of training for me, so that when I come to take it off and just use the one for the center, it will have given me a little bit of training for my bag, so it knows what it's meant to do. So I'll pop that off to one side, and now I'm going to work on my decorations. So these were the bits that I cut out. So I used the tags dies for this one, and like I said, I've used the sentiment from the Perched in a Tree stamp set, "Your kindness warms my heart," and I've used the silver foil paper. I'll just show you that. You can see where I've cut out the bit just here. So this is called the Silver Foil Specialty Pack. It's got 3 sheets of silver foil. One of them is silver, and then you've got this sort of almost like a lilac-y grey, and then this much darker, more metallic-y grey. Black, sort of like a metallic-y It does look like it's got a purpley sheen to it as well. So I've used both of those there with this. And I'm also going to use some of the flower adhesive back trinkets. They come in mainly gold, but you do have a couple of rows of silver. And then I will use my Simply Elegant trim, and I'll use the silver out of this one, so I can meet the brief for colours. I mean, you could do these out of the gold as well, which would definitely give you a different hue to the whole project. And you could use the gold trim as well, but because the project's specifics for this vlog, or for this video hop, specify silver, then that's what I'll stick to. Okay, so I'm going to start off with this one and this one, and I'm going to be putting them probably, so I'm going to take my original tag out and sort of follow the same sort of process. So I think I'm going to glue, yeah, I'm going to glue this to here and just put my bow there. So I'll get some of this off to do my bow with. So I'll probably need about, maybe about that much. It's probably a bit much, but anyway, we'll work with it. And then I'll tie this through here so that I've got it in place when I'm gluing, so that I know that I have it already there for my bow. And I'm going to start off by sticking my silver one in place, I think, somewhere like that, probably. So I'm going to put a tab of glue on the back of here. So I get my Tombow multi-purpose liquid glue, and I'll just put a tiny bit just on the back there, just enough to give it a bit of pickup. And then I will hold this like this and pop it like that and hold it into place. Just, there you go. So it's sort of hanging off the edge a little bit. And then I will tie my bow while that is drying. So I could have tied my bow first, but I kind of want my bow to sit towards a little angle next to the leaf. So tying my bow after I've done the glue in, I find personally a tiny bit easier. So I don't mind having some cute tails, but I just want to make sure my positioning, my cute bow, is in the right place. There you go. Okay, so quite like that. And then I'll just do a tiny bit of trimming. Okay, quite happy with that bow. And then I'm going to stick that probably like that on, yeah, on there. Okay, so I'm going to do this with dimensionals. So I'll just grab my dimensionals. I'll pop one here and one here, take those off, backings off just there, and then pop this more somewhere like that, and then I can have it angled like that when I put it back on the bag. Okay, lastly, I'm going to grab one of these gorgeous trinkets. They're really weighty as well. I'll show them to you, just like that. They're lovely, and I'm going to use one of the silver ones just here. So I'm going to pick it off, and then I'll pop it up in this corner. Oops. Maybe about there. Press it down. Pop that back on. And then I'm going to put it together with my bag. So I'll take this back off, and I'll position this to where I want it, somewhere like that. And then I'll gently put my clip on. Now, you could use a silver clip, but I've chosen to stick with a white clip because I just thought it gave a better effect. So I'll just pop this one on as well. So yeah, I quite like these cute little vellum bags. They look quite sweet, don't they? And they're just simple but pretty, I think is the word perhaps I'm looking for. I quite like them, simple but pretty. They're very, very similar in design, so you may not necessarily have a favourite because they're so similar, but you could do them in gold, which would definitely change it up a little bit. And as I said, you can fill them full of cute little treats. You could maybe wrap some jewellery up, pop it inside here, put some small cosmetics in there, you know, like a lipstick and a few little gifts in there. Or you could put anything, some sweets, like I said, some little silver foil wrapped sweets would look super in there as well. lovely little sweet vellum gift bag. So I do hope that you've enjoyed. Please do continue the vlog hop, the video hop, and do follow the links below to all of my lovely demonstrator friends who are also taking part. I can't wait to see all of their different projects, really looking forward to it. If you don't already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you can shop with me. The links are below. I will make sure I link in all of the products that I've used here. Also, please do consider subscribing to my channel and the channel of my channels of my lovely demonstrator friends who are taking part in this video hop. We really do appreciate it. It does give us a boost, definitely encourages us to make more projects for you. Okay, I'm going to say bye for now, guys, and happy crafting.